Alright, you guys. As I told you guys, I was gonna do this video about the scary story that I had. Sorry, cause there's not that much light. This is my second time redoing this, cause I fucked up horribly in the other one. I was fucking like right now, whatever. I was stuttering too much. So I'm gonna do this sort of quick, cause I might not have more time. Alright, so this happened when I was 5 years old. No, 6 years old. I lived in Oregon back then. Exactly, the place was Hillsborough, Forest Grove, something like that. Almost by Portland. I don't know if you guys know where that is, but it was right there. So the way it happened, it was we ate. The people that day, it was my aunt, my dad, my uncle, my cousin, some lady that was pregnant, my sister, and this guy wasn't born yet. And so it was them, my cousin, and me. And so I had this game, right? I don't know if you guys know it, but it's called duck hunting. Which you could only play like at night, because it's like a little projector that just projects one side. Say it's like that side right there, and so me and my cousin would play it every day. Not every day, but you know, we would play it, and that was our only entertainment back then, plus playing soccer. But anyways, we that day, we just, after eating, we didn't even see TV. That's what we would do. It was kind of late though, so we just went and played. And so as we were playing, as I told you, we had this game. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's something like this right here. Let me try to put my mouse on, sorry. And it's this, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I had this. You would have like this gun right there, and you would be able to shoot them and stuff like that. Yeah, I had that, but as I said, it's just like a projector where you could just shoot on one side. Dude, go on this side or else. Alright, so on this side then. So it would just project on one hole wall, and so we would we went in our room where me and my cousin slept, and we put it on and turned on all the lights. We shut the door. It wasn't locked. You'll oh man, I'm scared right now. Alright, so we shut the door. I remember it wasn't locked at all. We started playing the game, and I normally never cussed. So like when I was around 8, I started cussing. I don't know why. And so I really never cussed. My cousin cussed, but not as much either, because I think he was a Mormon. I can't remember. I'm still Catholic. I've been Catholic, but whatever. They're a different religion. I'm gonna mess with that. And so we were playing the game, and so we started cussing a lot. We would never do that. I would never do that. And so I started cussing, like saying fuck, fucking bird, fucking whatever, and stuff like that. And after that, we saw the birds or the ducks start going crazy around the room, and that would never happen because it would only project one side, like I said, like a normal projector. And the ducks would just start going over, and it usually just 5 at the time at most where you could shoot. With we had little guns too. You could obviously shoot them too, and it was one for me and one for my cousin. But we tried to shoot them because we thought that's how the game was going, but it was actually the game was going crazy, and we couldn't even shoot them. And so we dropped the guns. I think that's what we did. I can't really remember. And the ducks start going crazy, and more came up, and they start going around in circles all over the room. We started freaking out. I was getting scared. And so I closed my eyes and I can't remember what I did. I was freaking out, and my cousin wouldn't talk. I was wondering why not, but I thought something bad was gonna happen. I had like a feeling, because in that house a lot of stuff happened. Not only that, and I thought something like was gonna happen, but I turned to my left side, to my cousin, and he was like just freaked out. He was shocked, and his eyes, I can't remember if they were white or just like normal, but his face didn't look good at all. It was like a terrible face. And so I turned out what he was looking at, and we have a window, and in that window there was just like normal blinds, you know, the ones that you could switch like that or whatever to make them look open or closed. And as I turned, I saw this face, and this face was pretty ugly. I would say it looked like the devil's face, but same time I wouldn't, because the face was all like blue, like really blue. Like I tried to look up a picture on Google, but I don't know if you guys seen the movie Jeepers Creepers. The ugly ass face, the guy, the one like a vampire or whatever the fuck it is. But this is the close I could have gotten to what I saw to. So just imagine this guy but in blue. And so let me try to make this smaller, sorry about that. So just like this, his ears, the one that I saw, his ears were like that, like pointing this way, like straight up. They looked, I can't really do it, but they're sort of like this, long, but at the end it was like a little, you could say not thorn, but thorn looking. And on he had something like this, his face, but his face was serious. His face was like that. He had stuff hanging down right here. It looked sort of like that too, right here. As I said, it was blue. His teeth were like this too, all like big and sharp. But he was just like sort of smiling, not smiling at us, but looking at us. His eyes were serious too, but they were blue. His whole face was blue. And right here, he had thorns. Something else I found was something like this. Let me try to full size this bitch. Alright, like this. He had thorns, like that, really sharp too. His face, his eyes were like this too. He had a big, huge forehead. I can't really explain what I saw, but if you guys were there, you guys would probably shit yourself. I didn't shit myself, but just saying, people that are really scared about this. So I saw that, and I got really creeped out, and at that moment I didn't know what to do. And that's when my cousin reacted and started kicking the door. I started trying to open it, but he was older than me. He was probably scared, because I didn't know what was it. I thought it was the devil or something, because that's what only thing I would think of that looked like that. Another one, he was blue like that. He didn't have, of course it's fake, but he had thorns, and his ears were like that, pointing, sticking out. And so it was really disturbing face to look at. And so we tried to open the door, and like I said, when we went in the room, it wasn't locked. We didn't lock it at all, and we couldn't, as much as we kicked it and tried to open it. And I could still remember that the door was it wasn't locked at all, so we couldn't open it. And I didn't know what to do. I was shocked too. And after that, I just feel the door like open, and that's when I fell down with my cousin on top of me. And he ran towards his mom right after the room opened, and I didn't even turn back. I didn't even want to see that again. So I just kept on. Looked up and there was no one. I was like, I wonder who opened the door, but back then I didn't really think of that, and so I didn't really cry out. My eyes were watery, but my heart was beeping really fast. That's all I could remember. And we told my aunt and my mom what we saw, and then they looked outside. They're like, it was probably our neighbors. They're really silly about stuff like that. And so my aunt looked, and there was no one. My uncle looked, and there was no one. My dad looked, there was no one. And we asked our neighbors if their kids were doing something, and no, the kids were just right there with them. They said they didn't come out or anything like that. They wouldn't let them out that late. And so that's when we're like, then what was it? And my aunt didn't respond to that. She's really religious, but she's not Catholic, she's Mormon too. And so she just said, she's like, well, don't worry about it anymore. I don't think that will happen again. It was probably someone, but we damn know well that it wasn't someone, because I also didn't mention that that face was coming in, like in the movies, how they go, when the ghosts go through walls, his face was going through the window without any noise or anything. It was just coming in. We didn't see his body, but we clearly saw his fucking ugly ass face. And so I couldn't describe it better, because I'm not an artist, or else I would draw it. But I'm not an artist or anything like that. I'm not good at drawing anyways. I'm not good at writing either, so whatever. But or else I would draw it. But anyways, a normal person wouldn't have gone through the window, or I don't know if it was that who shut the doors, wouldn't let us out. But what I think is that if there's demons and devils out there, if the devil does exist, then God does too, because good things and bad things happen, or bad things and good things happen. You could put it like that, because I don't know what would have happened if that door wouldn't have opened. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't really know, because I also told my mom that if this right here, I don't know if you guys seen the movie, but it's like a vampire that takes people away. I just noticed this thing is blue right here. I wonder why. But anyways, if it would have been one of those, like in the movie, that they take them away or whatever, but I don't think so, because I can't really explain it, but it was a pretty ugly face. I don't know what it was, but I got saved from it, whatever it was gonna do, and I just hope it doesn't happen again. I have a lot of stories, but I don't know what would have happened. I was really scared. I also couldn't, like I told you, I couldn't do it because I didn't have really a lot of time, and my parents would be here making noise and stuff, and everyone here. And so right now I'm just with my brother and telling the story. And if it didn't make sense to you guys, I hope it does one time that we get together and do scary stories. That's pretty much it. Just remember it was something like this. Blue. Ugly. Can't really describe it like I said. Probably I'm never going to forget that, because that face still stuck in my mind, really ugly. So yeah, you guys, I hope this story was sort of scary for you guys. If not, I'll try to tell it more specifically sometime we're all together. So yeah, I'll keep on seeing you guys around. Right. Yeah.